Okay, so what do we got? Again, more buffs and nerfs as per usual. I fear these adjustments won't be adjustments. There's a lot of item changes. That's gonna be a big deal. Skins, we don't care. So Azir's too popular right now, getting nerfed. Brand's a little bit too strong in pretty much every elo as a jungler. Ezreal was over buffed, as we obviously knew. Karma was beyond over buffed in every elo. So we knew that. From what I heard from Rengar mains, Rengar nerf is very good at the skilled level. Trundle's getting nerfed. His baseline is too strong since every other, like, since champions aren't overloaded anymore, Trundle gained a lot of value because of it. So now his baseline is just superb in split push. Because now not everybody does everything because of the items. Items are more niche. Lilia was also a bit broken. Notice the trend. Lilia and Brand are both giga % health. Trundle is a tank cracker. Azir is conventionally a tank cracker. So what's gonna happen is tanks are rising in value, specifically because of this. So the nerfs that hit up Kanik Rookern and the Frozen Heart patch before are getting, I'm pretty sure, more than compensated by these tank shredders getting nerfed, essentially. So I think tanks are still going to be in a very decent spot. Also, Tanko's items are getting much better. So we got Aurelion Sol. This is a major buff. He was classified as adjustment at the start, but it's a major buff. We got that. I have no idea what's happening here. Nidalee, Pyke, Shaco. I've seen all three perform reasonably well. We got Shyvana, Talia. From what I've seen of Talia, she probably needs a touch-up. She's not that strong. Teemo got over-nerfed, right? We got Wukong, you don't see him often. Yorick buffed. I don't quite care. It's like, I'm sure the two Yorick players are going to be happy. We got Zeri bringing back. There's a lot of people playing Zeri. Scripters are going to be happy about that one. And we got Ziggs again. I think this is like, if somebody's counting, this is like 17 Ziggs buff in 2 years. Like, the guy's just sneaking through every single patch with minor buffs. And eventually, like, he's going to hit a breaking point where people just play Ziggs all the time. So I got adjustments, Corki, Lowy, Mokaizar. Okay. Aurelion Sol, I can't believe this went live. I have no idea how this shit went live. I really thought they were gonna nerf it to 2 and then make it a conditional 3. Maybe if they're standing in E, or maybe while he's flying he's gonna be getting an extra stack, or maybe if he's hitting low targets he's gonna get extra stacks. I really thought it's gonna go from 3 to 2. 1 to 3 is just phenomenal, especially on lower mana cost. Like, this is just a lot. So I played games and in 20 minutes you get 400, 500 stacks. It's crazy. So yeah, this might be another Karma incident where they're just trying to revive a champ, knowing that he might be broken, to try to nerf him. So we'll see how this pans out. He might still not be top notch in like Giga Elite gameplay. He might still get punished in super high elo, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna break lower elo with this. Anyway, base health region 7 to 5. Okay, this punishes him all across the board. Generally, now he's not as healthy. What do we got? Brand damage to the monster, so slower farming, because his passive is doing way too much. His clear after one item becomes trivial and he just runs through the map. So that's gone. Well, not gone, but nerfed. So what do we got? Seer, his Q. Same AP ratio, but lower 10 damage across the board. Okay, minor. So a little bit of baseline, a little bit of scaling against monsters. Corki's gonna be a big deal, I think. Okay, package duration 45. So they're really trying to make him work. This Valkyrie goes from 20 to 16, from 20 to 12. So maxing this is gonna give you so much value. Mana cost is a big deal. I always found Valkyrie being a cool ability because it has 100 mana cost. It's a big deal. Lower 20 is kind of a lot. He can shoot one more rocket, I believe, with that, right? He can shoot like one more rocket and still have enough mana to dash. So this was one of the big lookouts for him. Like, if you force a trade early on, that's what makes him weak. If you force a trade early on, he's gonna have to use W defensively, which makes him go out of mana rapidly. So that was the thing that punished him. Damage per second. Look at the AP ratio. 20% AP ratio. It's kind of insane. So yeah, a little bit of damage on this and a little bit of better Valkyrie, but package's duration is lower, which I think it's fine because most of them run TP and time their package anyway with objectives, so don't think it's going to be a big harm in like higher elo. I think this makes more sense because hearing the package and having to play for 1 minute safe is annoying, right? Item interaction, just Malignance will no longer count towards Eclipse passive. Okay, so this combo seems like no more Eclipse procs of Maligma. I agree, it's a big deal, but you gotta account that this only happens 2 items in. This is gonna happen only 2 items in, and that's the point where Corki scales anyway a lot, and I think his curve is gonna be much smoother right now. He's not gonna instantly spike 2 items in 1v9 the game. He's gonna steadily scale and scale and scale, which makes more sense because that's his curve, right? Ezreal 5% ratio and nothing else. Trusha Barrage, what? 20% bonus AD ratio and 25 damage across the board. I think that's gonna put him in a more reasonable spot. I always thought his ult did a bit too much damage for being a global AoE. Tentacle range, this is a big deal for the 4 Illaoi mains. and makes her so much more consistent. And what do we got? Here's an adjustment, right? So a little bit lower damage and lower 5% AP ratio or AD ratio. Karma, I saw this on Twitter. This is a massive nerf, but it should be a massive nerf. So it goes 5 per, no, it's not even 5 per rank, right? It's more. It's like 5, 10, then 25, then 40. So big nerf from Karma. Very weird, very awkward ratios here, but yeah, definitely punishes Karma damage. And hits up the baseline and the scaling. Lilia, I have no idea what this champ does. I know the passive does way too much damage, so that's a good nerf. But I don't think she depends on ratio that much anyway, right? Like I'm pretty sure she just plays off of like line race and just stack damage. So I don't think that's gonna be a big deal. 70 here, nerfing the ratio again. I think they hit her up wrong entirely. Because Lilia builds like tanky, bruisery, jumps into you and ruins you. She's not stacking AP per se. She's mostly just being annoying and unkillable while does a bunch of damage. I think they should have hit the flat damage. So they impose decision making better on you want to build damage or more on the utility side. Maokai's been broken. Yesterday I played 47 games against Maokai alone. He's just perma-picked in support. So let's see if they nerf the support variant. Base mana region is irrelevant because they're buffing the support item region, right? So that's not going to harm support. Max health heal. 4 to 34 based on level, 4% to 12% based on level. And here to 4 to 12.8%. So a minor adjustment for the top lane, but the nerfs the support quite a lot because the baseline is less. We got the Bramble Smash. Mana cost 60 to 40. And cooldown goes from 8 to 7. Wait, what? Wait, it's getting more annoying? Wait, sapling 14 to 16 to 12. That's good. That also harms support quite a lot. Kills the map presence. And mana cost gets increased. Good. And the deal slightly higher cooldown in early game. Again, punishing support. So this is going to do a good job punishing support. Woo! Okay. Magic resistance growth. Nidalee gets buffed. A bit more reliable later on. Not get one-shottable. Minimal heal. Gets a significant uptick. Max heal is still double the minimum. Wait, that's not minimum heal, that's all heals. So you got minimum and maximum, right? Because with the minimum, you get maximum value. Her E is so insane right now. No, it wasn't a fake heal. It was actually a very valuable tool for winter sieging. Especially now that the game has been slowed down. This heal might go overboard and like you might get siege comps or she's just controlling the team fight and never fighting. Wait, what? Why does he have this much armor in the first place? +2 armor major buff. It's alright, but why does he have 45? Bonus AD damage? Oh, that's nice. He doesn't build AD at all, right? Mana cost lowered? Nah, you guys are trolling. They're nerfing all of his, like, skill, which is being safer, like, knowing how to play safer, knowing how to conserve your mana, because he has fake mana cost anyway. Bonus move speed 40 to 45% plus 2% per 1 lethality. What? E damage 100 to 260 to 300. At least fix the bullshit hitbox on it. At least make it a good hitbox that works. Then give him like 400 damage. I don't care, but make it at least fair. Oh my god. Like, I'm banning this champ. This is such a great buff across the board. This shit's gonna be beyond broken. Like, it's gonna be beyond broken. Pike is just insane right now. Okay, let's see the Rengar nerf. 30 health, pretty decent. Q damage scales less off of AD. Empowered bonus damage scales less off of AD. Okay. So it makes him squishier, but also punishes his damage. Cool. Mana region growth lowered, but mana cost compensated. Bonus damage to monsters heavily increased on the Jack-in-the-Box. Clear is going to be better. Mana cost increased here. That's actually good. I like this dynamic of increasing mana cost here, lowering here, and lowering the region, right? So it's more reliable, but his ganks are more punishing they fail. That actually makes sense. Okay, empowered 50% AP. Holy shit. That's going to be a big deal, because AP Shyvana was very annoying in the first place right now. With the new items and burn out more AP. Some people are gonna be happy with that. Let's see Talia. Talia, like minimal damage buff on Q, but the Q scales fairly well because you spam it a lot, so they have to be very conservative with the numbers here. And we got this from 16 to 14 immediately. Again, she's gonna be insanely consistent right now, and it's pretty good. QL, don't care. Base health 36. Chomp baseline damage nerf, scales with AD same. Okay. Contaminate, don't care. What are you guys smoking in Riot? What are you guys smoking at Riot Games? He gets 60 range on rank 1. Like, he's a ranged character. Like, he gets the bullshitness of rank 5, like, and nearly at rank 1 now. What are you guys smoking? Nothing worse than getting out-traded by Wukong when you like, try to auto-attack him with a range and he hits you twice. Like, not to mention he's got 2 other dashes. Like, make that work with his ult or something. Make him scale later on. Like, press ult, boom, extends the staff, does the fucking things. He gets Bluetooth auto-attack then. Don't give him, like, fucking rank 1 on his bread and butter ability. That's just pure cancer. It just makes the... Like, here's why I dislike this sort of stuff. Because it's gonna impact so many games in a really annoying way where people who are not reading patch notes and people who are but just need time to get adjusted to things. Wukong is not going to be outplaying people more. He's just going to be cheesing people more in the next 4 patches because everyone's going to be like, how the fuck did he hit me there? And you're going to be losing your mind because he's farming a minion like 2 kilometers that way and he's like slapping you occasionally. And people are going to get cheese bite all the time. It's such an annoying change. It's stupid change. So yeah, it's perfectly fine to work with bonus range, but make it like make it not sneaky, make it his kit work around it. Just get his ult to extend the staff range or something, you know? Like when you get rank 1 ult, your staff grows a little bit or something. Like his blood rushes to his staff, he gets a boner, I don't know, I don't care. But this is just annoying. Anyway, okay, let's see. Shepherd of Fire or Souls. Summon least range 1600, okay. Yorick summons now gain bonus move speed when returning to Yorick. Move speed bonus based. Okay. I've read this on Twitter. He has more healing now. Lower mana cost, more reliability, and healing off of minions, right? He gets less, but he heals off of minions. Makes his lane much, much better. We got Zeri base 83. That's about 100 gold value, right? Cooldown way lower early game. Less punishing. 3 armor. Armor growth. Satchel charge 4 seconds. If you guys don't know, this is a massive deal because satchel charge... You don't have to max now. Like, I like maxing it second for this reliability and also destroying towers. But now with the 4-second shave the early game, you don't need to level it up. You go QE, you do so much damage, and you're super safe. Bro, Ziggs is sneaking up. He's gonna be too strong, too consistent. Base mana regen punished, good. Mana regen growth, good. She's less annoying early game. Mana cost adjusted. Siege charge progression on minion monster takedown, 20-35%. On the minion takedown, damn. Okay, let's get to the items. Let's see what we got with the Essence Reaver. 5 damage flat out. Smolder's already really strong. Ezreal's already strong. Champions that build Essence Reaver are gonna go pretty hard now. That's actually, like, what, 200 value nearly? 150, 175, something like that. Pretty good. Okay, we got the Ginso. 5 AD, 5 AP. Heartbound Axe gets replaced by Reeker, but they also do Pickaxe and a Longsword. Again, really good value. Allbreaker, don't care. This is getting nerfed. 2% max health and 15 seconds. Okay. I mean, Candy Groker was too broken anyway. This, 100 mana, 50 health. This gains about 150, 200 gold value overall, which is pretty big deal. Because it's also baseline, because scaling is already insane on it. So this buffs Tankos, if you're building an Aurelion, any AP mages. So Tankos is going to be great, even better now. And yeah, if you build Aurelion with Rod, you're gonna feel this. This is a big change. We're cooking this up for 2 patches right now. So now we got passive cleave, basic attacks deal. So now it's also a Hydra thing. It works off of Tiamat. And the Shockwave deals 80% AD on cast. Slowing bonus movements with all these. So you still slow, lower cooldown. So stronger, more reliable, more expensive. And less damage. I like that. I really like that. 5 on the Collector. I've been seeing a little bit too much of the Collector, honestly. But it's gonna alter quite a lot of builds, I think. Add a bonus movement speed. 40 to 40 melee, 20 ranged. What was the range champion that's abusing this? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Is it Jhin? Active moves with 20% melee, 15% range. Okay. Oh, Graves, Misfortune. Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. You're right. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, this is a good change. I like this change. Definitely good change. Look at this. 100 gold on the Archangel. So if you're doing the Rod Archangel, which is pretty common, you get 150, 200 gold value on your Rod when you combine it. And this is also 100 gold cheaper. If you're building both of these items in one game, you're gaining 300 gold, which is essentially 1 kill worth, if you think about it. So you're gonna have, from the last patch, in this current patch, if you go with the tanky build, you're gonna be 1 kill ahead than you were in the last game, or in the last patch. So that's a big deal when you think about it. Especially when you consider that's not happening one game where it might not matter, but every game, which increases your baseline so much. So this is very good. Also, this makes the support build more reliable because you can do the tier into Horizon on both Vel'Koz and Vey as a support. Tier, Horizon, and finishing Archangel. This makes it so much more reliable, cheaper, better. Anyway, Echoes of Helia. Damage per shard, don't care. Heal per shard, don't care. What? 50 to 125 to 65 at all levels. What? It's killed. Alternator killed. This is a massive change. What the hell? Alternator is doomed. They said they were gonna buff Ludens and Malignants. I think this is a huge nerf to Ludens by itself, and pretty much nerf to anything else. So the Shadow Flame build path got completely cucked, because usually you're buying Shadow Flame second or third. At that point, you should be doing about 100 damage. Now you're going to be doing 65. So you lose 40 damage. Ludens, you're going to be early. You're going to be building early, so I guess it's not going to matter, because your 50 would be about 65, 70 at that point. It's going to be 65. Right? So essentially on the Luden side of things, it's not going to matter because you're buying that first item. But it's going to matter heavily when you're building Shadow Flame. So that it's going to hurt Horizon as well because you're building Horizon second or third. Damn, all the good items are getting hit. This we don't care. Lower damage, cool. Kraken, what is this? So it goes per level now instead of like crazy scaling. Interesting. This gets nerfed. It's been kind of abused too much. Okay, let's see this. So the fire damage 40 to 45, but 8% to 4%. It's gonna scale like dog shit. You're gonna get 5 AP in compensation, and you're gonna lose 100 gold of the worth here. So 5 AP is worth 100. This is worth 100. So you're basically gaining 200 gold value right now when you're building it. But your damage, I'm not sure about the math here, at which point you're gonna lose the damage, but you're gonna lose damage at some point. But 200 gold value is decent. Here, let's see, we get 100 gold value, 100 gold value shaved off, the damage nerfed, but also magic resist is better for rush. So now when you rush it, you get 10 instead of like 7, 8, but it's not gonna scale as well because of like less AP and doesn't go to 12. So slightly better at rushing early. How many can you hit of these? Like 6, right? So let's say you have 100 AP. At 100 AP, this 8 is gonna be like, you're gonna get to 48 and this is gonna be 49. So anything above 100 AP is going to lose the damage on it, right? Anything above 100 AP, you lose damage, which is basically 100 AP that you build. So I guess, yeah. I guess you just lose damage at the start, right? Because when you build it, you get 100 AP. Interesting. 50% AD melee, 25% range. Wait, Hydra getting buffed? Oh, a heretical cleave. Okay, lowered. 300 gold difference. But now it's 90 at all levels. Wait. The item is killed. Yeah, this item is dog shit. If you buy this, you get reported right now. Yeah, if you buy this, you should be reported. Okay. Especially with the Storm Razor major buffs. What the? Oh, it's 25% total AD. Never mind, it's not a major buff. Never mind. False alarm. False alarm. You lose a little bit damage, but you get more movement speed. But yeah, the Storm Razor is still going to be much more sensible choice than this. You're going to lose damage later on, but the move speed is going to compensate for some damage in fights. Storm Surge gets buffed? 20% 100 to 200 to 140. So Storm Surge is the first item rush gets buffed. So level 8, you're going to have equal damage and 5 AP more. So you're gonna get outscaled at about level 11, 12, which if you're rushing this on support or mid, like, that's still gonna be like very late in the game. So this is a pretty good change for it. Freak said these are buffs though? Yeah, these are buff. This is buff. Sundered Sky loses 10 AD. I mean, what? It loses 10 AD, it gets 150 HP. It's basically the same value, right? You're basically just shifting the value. You might even gain value. And this item has been broken. I think they should have hit it a bit more. Okay, so Hydra active, lower damage, but baseline. Again, yeah, you see a theme in this patch. They're nerfing bursty types of damages, but they're adding more consistency. Like, it doesn't go to 200, it goes a bit less. Pretty much every single item got hit like that. So they're trying to increase the time to kill, which again is going to help a lot to the bruiser, tanks, self-sustaining healing characters. So yeah. Okay, what do we got? For the first 3 seconds after spawning, Griffith has very high maneuverability and will be easier to turn. Every 2 seconds after, it slowly becomes less maneuverable. That's kind of a good change. Because, like, we've seen pros on pro stage fuck up Herald. Like, you can't let little Tibby in solo queue operate this kind of machinery, you know? He's not forklift certified. So When pros fuck it up, you know it, like, you need to change it. So they did. Damage from wall collision. Crashing into the wall while controlling Herald will deal damage equal to that of crashing into the tower to Shelly. 2. Crashing into the wall while controlling hit. Deal 20% damage received compared to crashing into a tower to Shelly. Wait, what? You're gonna take damage from Herald. Is that it? Am I misreading this? Crashing into a wall while controlling Herald will deal 20% of the damage received compared to crashing into a tower to Shelly. Okay, so it's nothing. It's a slap on the wrist. So I guess Shelly is just immune to terrain, essentially. Almost. Yeah, it takes no damage. Barely any. We don't have all game. Player summoned Rift Herald Trinket spawning has been sped up by 1 second. Okay. A-Ram, we don't care. Okay, so a lot of changes. The Herald is a big one in terms of the game. Overall game direction, extending the duration of fights, lowering the bursts. Again, I always like that. I'm always in favor of that because it promotes more healthy behavior, more movement, more emphasis on positioning, correct team fighting, correct gameplay. Also extending that rewards champions that are more consistent, rewards dragon stacking because dragon fights are going to be a thing. Interesting, definitely interesting. I like the patch in general. We'll see where it goes. I think now we're going to try Aurelion Soul because apparently he's giga broken. So let's try it. Beautiful.